Good morning, it's Lori with Enchanting Escapes, and I'm here at the beautiful, majestic Sandals Royal Bahamian. We're in Nassau, about 15-20 minutes from the airport at most. You're going to approach down this absolutely beautiful corridor with all the great flags flying, and it's absolutely fabulous. Beautiful day. Again, I am at Sandals Royal Bahamian, and we're going to take a quick walk. It's a pretty large resort, so we'll see. I'll try not to get this video too long for you. But in the entryway, this is where we'll be dropped off. Also out here, over to the left, you'll see the resort shop. So if you forgot anything or need any goodies, here we have everybody waiting for the transfers to say goodbye. When you first arrive, we have 3 check-ins. This is the main check-in for those that have just deluxe. Here we go. And you'll also be greeted with a cold cloth. When you first arrive, you'll be greeted with a cold cloth. You'll be brought into the right location. As I said, that first one was for your deluxe category. Up here, if you have club level, which everybody's going to want at least club level, where you have room service, you have the concierge, you have special events throughout the week that goes just for the club level lounge. They had martini tastings. They have special snorkeling trips. You have the room service. Is this beautiful? We're in the lobby of the East Bay building. The renovations are fabulous. And here's the concierge lounge right here. Club Sandals. You're also going to find there's going to be snacks put out here shortly. And this is where you would check in if you have a club level room. Beautiful. The renovations here are fabulous. In the front of this building, that's where we have the beachfront rooms. And it's the only building with true beachfront, which we'll walk over to shortly. And if you happen to be lucky enough to choose butler, you're going to be escorted over here to the butler lounge. And it doesn't look like it's open yet. So here at the butler lounge, the butlers are going to greet you. Lights are off. Butler will greet you here and escort you to your room. So we have the deluxe, we have the club, we have the butler. Again, I'm at Sandals Royal Bahamian. It's absolutely beautiful day to day. We're 15 minutes from the airport, so it's a perfect resort if you only have a few minutes. This is part of the old historic home that they had, and so this is where the piano bar is. This place is popping by 10 o'clock at night. If you have nothing to do and you think everybody has disappeared, this is where they've disappeared to. So again, we're in the East Bay building. There's two main buildings here at Sandals Royal Bahamian. You have your East Bay and your West Bay. This room here is a great room not only for the billiards, but if you happen to have a group, they've also done private check-in here. So I've been here for conferences. This is a perfect resort for conference. They have a beautiful conference room. So it's a great one if you're thinking of a conference, or if you're thinking of a destination wedding, incentive group. So here we also have 2 main pools. This is the East Bay pool. This is the quiet pool. You're not going to find the DJ over here. It's the perfect one for reading. You do have bar service at all the chairs, so you don't have to worry about that. It's just quieter, and the DJ stays over at the West Bay pool. Here we have canoe. For morning breakfast, it's a buffet. Lunch is a buffet. Dinner, it's a Caribbean restaurant. And dinners here at Sandals are all a la carte. You don't have to go to a buffet, which is lovely. You can also restaurant hop, which I've done many times with my kids. You're not locked into just one spot for the night. Now, here at Royal Bahamian, we have the beachfront, but we also have this beautiful garden area. And back here, it's the Island Village. This is a great gazebo. It's perfect for candlelight dinner, for a small elopement ceremony. And I'm not going to walk all the way down. Love the telephone. Is that cute? Photo op. So this island village, what will happen back here is this is where you have your butler suites, where you'll see it on the resort where it's the private plunge pools. So back here in the gardens, you have your private butler suites with the private plunge pools that are behind the walls. So you don't have an ocean view, but you have this beautiful, quiet, peaceful area. And it's definitely secluded, so it's the perfect escape if what you're looking for is to have your own private oasis. We can't see over that, but you can see the little tip of an umbrella. There's a private plunge pool hiding in there. And it's absolutely beautiful. And that's the Island Village section of Sandals Royal Bahamian. I think that what's beautiful about this resort is that if you only have 3 or 4 days, you're close to the airport, you're close to the U.S., you can pop in and out of Nassau fairly easily. So it makes it a very accessible resort in that sense, especially if you don't have time to get further down into the Caribbean. Again, I'm at the East Bay, quiet pool. And as you can see, you know, sometimes people say, what's the Sandals difference? Look at all the umbrellas. I never have any trouble finding shade. And I think that that's a really great point to know, especially those of us from the Northeast that do not want to hang out completely in the sun. Remember, your Caribbean sun's a bit stiff, a bit strong. So we have people doing their morning laps. It's early in the morning right now. And as I walk up towards the front of this building, I want to show you this amazing view. And again, the East Bay is the only building with beachfront rooms. They're butler rooms. Their views are amazing. This will take you over to the West Bay, but we're going to do it via the beach. And another quick Sandals difference, there's always plenty of towels. No room card, take all the towels you want. Nobody's counting. So you don't have to fight for beach towels. That's your swim up bar. They haven't gotten ready yet. It's very early in the morning. This is your Calico Cafe. It's a great place for lunch. Wraps. I had a great Caesar salad, but it's open for lunch. And if you make your reservation at Sandals, you're going to want to hop on and download the Sandals app. And once you have that Sandals app, you can go in and actually see the menus for all the restaurants on all the resorts. So that's the big thing I use that app for, which makes it really handy to figure out what's open, when, what you'd love to eat. So here we're going to the front of the East Bay building. And it's a beautiful day out. The sun is shining. The beach is absolutely stunning here. The Bahamian water is probably some of the most beautiful. Now what's special with this is you have these very select few swim-up suites with this ocean view. That's what they're waking up to. And 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only 5 of these. So if this is your dream, you need to go quickly because it sells out fast. And then you've got these few rooms up here, all beachfront. So what's really special about this, and this is their view. Is that beautiful? Out there you can actually see the Overwater Chapel. It's the perfect place for a small destination wedding. There's a little extra charge. I did do a video of it. But this to me is a perfect resort for a 3-day destination wedding. Have your ceremony in that Overwater Chapel. You can then have your dinner either in one of the gardens, out on the beach. You also, further out, you see the private island. You're also allowed to get married out on that private island and have your reception out there. So you can have a completely amazing private reception out on that private island. Something to think about. Remember, these destination weddings at Sandals are a fraction of what it costs to get married at home. So it's amazing value. You go right from your I do's and your ceremony into your honeymoon mode. So happy to chat with that. And see these little huts and cabanas. The beds, the beach beds do have an additional cost. You rent them for the day. The little hut cabana things are first come, first serve. You will see the blue coolers where butlers have reserved them. That's the great thing about your butler. He does reserve your favorite beach chair. However, keep in mind, they're not exclusive to the butlers. First come, first serve. And if somebody has not claimed that by 11 in the morning, you can take it. Butlers can't kick you out. It's whoever wants to have it. If it's 11 in the morning and nobody has any personal belongings there, you're welcome to use it. So I've never had any trouble here at Sandals finding a chair with some shade. If you rent one of these little cabanas for the day, you can also have your massage or any of your spa, you can have your massage services out here. So imagine a couples massage out here on the beach. You can also do it out on the private island, which is pretty amazing. It's very magical out there. I know I have a separate video for that. This is the Coconut Grove. And here at Coconut Grove is where they do a lot of the nightly entertainment. During the day, they will have the cornhole. We've got a bar over here. Good morning. How you doing? Good. Again, more of the beach. Out on the pier is where you're going to get the shuttle, the little boat transfer that'll take you to the private island. It goes out several times during the day and it comes back. So it goes back and forth. And this is also, I think, where you hop onto the dive boat. They'll bring the dive boat over here to the dock and they will, let's see, I don't have it. There's a little schedule. I've took a photo of it. And it'll come out in a little while because the first one goes around 10 in the morning. Also out at the end is Gordon's. That's a restaurant, absolutely beautiful. No reservations required, so you can down out there at night. It's perfect for the sunsets. Here I'm in the West Bay. This is the party pool. This is actually where you're going to find the DJ, you're going to find the games. If you would love to have a lot of entertainment, this is happening all day long. It's definitely the happening spot. We saw DJs, we saw games, we saw people winning games, and it was filled all 3 days that I've been here. Again, lots of umbrellas. And none of these chairs are taken right now. So again, you have no problem. I've been to other resorts where you can't find an umbrella. You have to hang out in the sun. So I love Sandals for having all of the umbrellas, all of the beach towels. We have a swim-up bar here. We have the volleyball here. Again, this is the West Bay building. When you're looking for your rooms, you have to be careful. West Bay has a lot of ocean view rooms. Keep in mind that is not beachfront. So ocean view means you can kind of see the ocean from your balcony, which can mean a lot of things. So part of the reason to use a travel advisor is to help figure out exactly what room you're going to really want and how to get you the best room for your experience. Here we have the beach bar. Again, this is the coconut palm area where they have all the evening entertainment. We have our food trucks here. We have sweet things, great cappuccinos, iced coffees, your crepes, croissants, great place for snack and go. And then the blue food truck is actually for your Caribbean conch. Conch is definitely one of the main foods of the Bahamians. And you have conch fritters, you have conch crab cakes, you've got conch salad, you've got cracked conch. Definitely worth trying if you have not ever tasted conch. This plaza yesterday was filled with vendors, so we had a lot of local Bahamian vendors on here, and actually it looks like we have somebody setting up now. So if you want to just buy some great little souvenirs without going off resort, this is a great little place to do it, and it definitely, you're helping the local economy, so don't hesitate to spend a little money in the Bahamas. Isn't that pretty? So behind us we have Canoes, which is the Caribbean restaurant at night. It's your breakfast buffet. Right in front of me we have Butch's, which is steak and seafood. At the end we have the fresh restaurant, La Plume. Butch's and La Plume do require reservations. You can make reservations on your app a few weeks before arriving. Next to me here we have the Queen's Pearl. Queen's Pearl is your English pub. So not only do you have that great beers on tap and the fish and chips and English fare, this is also the place from about 10 to 2 a.m. You have grab-and-go goodies. You've got hamburgers and chips and goodies here. So if you're sneaking in and all of a sudden munchy after that piano bar, you can hop in right over here and get food from about 10, I think it's 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. and it's on your app. So we don't have to remember. Now we have Soy, which is your sushi. You might want to hop in for some sushi before heading over to one of the other restaurants for your dinner. Up above we have the Cook Table. Cook Table does require reservations, the hibachi, because there are certain seatings that they do. And then here we have Tesoro. Tesoro is your other breakfast buffet and your lunch buffet. And then at night it's Italian restaurant. This is where we ate the first night. It was fabulous. I had snapper. You will find Good morning. Fly safe.
Thanks, you too.
I'll see you out there. They do have designated areas for smokers, so keep an eye out for those. Again, this is the West Bay Village, and here's the West Bay Pool again. It's a beautiful day out. Now, if I go down this way, this is also how you get to the conference room. They have an absolutely gorgeous new conference room. If you're thinking of incentive travel, if you're a corporation really wanting to bring people out of the U.S. or bring people in and you don't want to come into the U.S., this is an amazing location because it's easy, it's accessible, it's close to the airport. Their conference room is beautiful. There's no room fees. We had a board meeting yesterday in this beautiful little boardroom, and they put out some goodies. We had croissants and coffee and little sandwiches, and there was no charge. There's no charge for the basic AV. Where have you ever gone and had that type of service? It's just all included with your group. These are the swim-up suites in the West Bay. Is that beautiful? I think one of the things that everybody doesn't realize is you don't have to be booked in one of these swim-up suites to come play in this little pool. You're going to find entry stairs at a couple of locations. Now here you have to be careful with these swim-up suites because we have swim-up suites on both sides of this building. So these swim-up suites with the beautiful greenery create some privacy, but you're looking out at the pool and you have a much nicer view. On the back side of this building, you have swim-up suites, but they're very secluded. There's sort of a wall with really pretty greenery, and it's definitely much quieter. You don't hear the party pool, but you're not having that view. So we want to make sure you know which ones that you would like to have for your experience to be the best it can be. And, you know, that's really the reason you use a travel advisor. Our job is to help you choose the experience that's right for you, not your girlfriend, not who social media is saying is the best thing to do. Because you've got to remember on social media, when you put it out to that chat group, where'd you go on your honeymoon and why did you like it? They're focusing on what they loved. They're focusing on what was important to them. They don't care what's important to you. So part of what a travel advisor is really is a Match.com. Our job is to help you figure out the best experience for you, because we're going to focus on what's important to you, whether it's restaurants, whether it's beach, whether it's pool, how hard it is to get there, how long do you have to go, what's the budget you have. So, you know, using a travel advisor is really to your advantage. I never want my clients sitting on 1-800. I take care of everything for them. When they're traveling, they can text me. You can text me from your beach chair. I don't want you stressed. I want to be here to solve anything that you need. Now, here at the end, at the front of the West Bay building, we have the water sports. And you know, at Sandals, you have snorkeling every day. It's included. If you happen to be scuba certified, you have 2 complimentary tank dives a day. You just come down here and sign up. You have your Hobie cats, you have your kayaks, you have paddle boards, you have these great little bikes. It's also another little small beach area, so you've got 2 beaches here. And I like the weather station. What's the coconut doing? Very simplistic. And I'm scuba certified, so if you're not scuba certified, what you can do is you can do scuba discovery and see if you like it, and that's just a day thing with Sandals. Or you can actually do your PADI certification here at Sandals. And if you are PADI certified and want to go to a higher level, you can also do that here. You can do that at any of the Sandals and beaches. I did my certification at Turks and Caicos and South Coast. I took my 2 daughter-in-laws to beaches, Turks and Caicos for 4 days and got them fully open water certified. That was definitely an intense week because you're in classrooms and you're out in the water. But I will say it's much more beautiful than diving into the dark lakes. And so that's something to keep in mind. If you'd love to learn how to scuba dive, this is definitely a place to do it. It's also a great place to learn how to do it if one of you wants to dive and one of you doesn't. There's something to do. You've got your spas and you've got your beach and you've got your pool. So if one's off diving, the other's not just sitting there you do like on the dive boats where there's nothing to do if you're not a diver. So here it's great because everybody has something they can do. Any questions, don't hesitate. I know that we've only covered part of this resort because it is such a large resort, but we're only 15-20 minutes to Nassau, to the airport and to downtown Nassau. You can hop out the gates onto bus number 10, go down to the straw markets, and then hop on bus number 10 to get back. Any questions, don't hesitate. Again, it's Lori with Enchanting Escapes. I am a platinum leveled elite travel advisor with Sandals, and we are a preferred platinum agency with Sandals. So that means that I've been to all the Sandals, I work with Sandals a lot. I've actually had the pleasure of sleeping at just about every single Sandals and beaches out there. I believe there's only one that I've never slept at, although I've visited all of the Sandals resorts. And I've slept at most of them many times. So any questions, again, Lori with Enchanting Escapes. You can call, you can text, you can message, and have a great day. Unfortunately, I am leaving today, so I'm heading over to Le Plume, the French restaurant that does absolutely gorgeous a la carte breakfasts for my final goodbye. Take care.